It's not just a regulatory change. It's one of the biggest global forces going around right now. So you're seeing not just capital markets embrace the importance of what does it mean to be sustainable. The entire world has woken up that with where we are in 2025, we need to kind of protect the future. And part of it is you can't manage what you don't measure. If you're an accountant, you'll understand that. So accountants are somehow being gifted, I'll say, an opportunity to kind of steer the next generation and managing this information, being able to capture, report, understand, to make changes. Ultimately, being able to be professionally skeptical is a foundational skill. Being able to critically evaluate, being able to communicate, let alone the financial bits and pieces, they're the key skills of the future. And those skills are going to hold you in really good stead, irrespective of what you're assuring. So when we move into sustainability reporting becoming the norm, I've realised really quickly that the numbers are not as important as the disclosure of risks and the opportunities. So the governance, the systems, and they aren't traditional things that accountants might be comfortable with. They generally default to the numerical, whereas now there's this massive opportunity to explore your skills and I think invite new people to our profession to actually go and provide the next wave of assurance, which is about non-financial information. So with anything new, everybody is learning. In fact, the frameworks are brand new, not just for the insurance practitioners, but for the preparers. And bringing together lots of different disparate frameworks to create the sustainability standards, S1 and S2, has meant everybody's learning at the same time. So everyone is cautious, I would say. Everyone is trying to support each other, go slowly. Everyone's mindful of the looming group one reporting deadlines, but equally everyone's in it together. So everyone understands the importance of getting it right, understanding that best practice will develop over time. In fact, the regulatory framework does allow for, I'll say, an expectation that practice will improve over time, and we certainly take that view as well. It's been really fantastic to talk to clients about how they're addressing sustainability. We've been active, so we've been running a webinar series. Colleagues of mine, Renee and Tom, have been putting on a great webinar series over a long period of time. That's been really good to create awareness. We've had some clients who are really struggling with it, that have said, we just need help. We've had others who say, hey, no, we've got this. All we need is you to help us with X, Y, and Z. So it's a really mixed bag of experience. What we've found is just have a conversation with us to begin with. Just start. It's a bit like the adage, how do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. It is an elephant, it's a big change. So just creeping your way through it bit by bit. I would say a lot of organisations are maybe leaving it a little bit to the last minute. I think you do want to get moving now on it. There are really tangible things you can do to get ahead of the curve. Don't be scared, it's not just about emissions, okay? There's lots of thinking that needs to put into understanding risks, opportunities, setting up systems, and those conversations really do need to start now. You'd be surprised once you talk about it within your organisation that everybody probably adds something to the equation, whether it be someone in finance or marketing or logistics. Each of you actually has a role to play in being able to build the organisation's first sustainability report. So start now would be my tip. The audit theory of the last 20 years, audits have been generally risk-based. So the theory at university is applied day to day, whether you believe it or not. The execution, sure, with people, with teams, with clients in a real setting, but the theory and the foundations are applied. So we absolutely look at and consider how audit standards are applied in practice. So we have to make sure we understand the client, we need to understand where the risks are, we consider audit assertions. So as you're learning at university, as you're learning in your formative years, those foundations are actually critical. So please invest the time there, because as you get more and more senior in your career, even to this day as a partner in our business, I would always go back to those foundational concepts. They haven't changed. I'm certain that ethics are part of your foundation at university. They're a part of foundation through the CA or the CPA program, in fact. They're not theoretical. The concepts are theory, of course, but they're practiced every day, every single day in everything you do as a professional. From the interactions you have, from the little decisions you make, from sometimes the very big decisions you make. When you hear about the threats to independence and the things that can arise through practice, these things are real. These things do happen. It's not to be concerned about, but equipping you with the right skills to identify threats to your objectivity, threats to potential breaches of confidentiality, these sorts of things are real, and you'll get to practice those in a real life setting in the profession. So again, the profession is a profession because it has a code of ethics, okay? Because the public entrusts it to do a job for it. And as soon as if those things fall down, the whole profession fades. And the profession has had its challenges, and the profession globally is under a lot of strain and has been for some time. So I do think it does need to get back to basics. So those foundations of ethics, independence, doing a good quality job for our clients, they're unmatched. So start your career on that footing.